Can't say that either. All right. Don't know exactly how to intro this video, but good morning and good afternoon. That's good.
I thought you were filming. I'm like,
No.
nothing. Oh.
Don't worry about who I'm talking to off camera. They do not even exist. It's just me with multiple personalities here.
Okay, split.
Anyways, I want to show you guys how to take your photos and get them brought into iMovie so that you can actually start to animate the whole action of iMovie. Up on my screen right now is what iMovie kind of looks like when you already have a program up and running. To help you guys out a little bit, this video will kind of walk you through the steps from yesterday's class where you've taken the pictures and brought them into your computer, and then have you guys open up iMovie and start a new project, import the video, or I'm sorry, import the photos in, and then time them so that it all kind of makes sense in regards to it moving. Now, I don't know why, there we go. The first things first, you want to make sure that the photographs that you're working with here are all readily accessible. I know a lot of times people have a hard time finding things on their computer. So what I did here was I actually just clicked and dragged all of my snapshots that I made right here on the desktop so that it's a lot easier to find. I've got image number 1, image number 3, actually you should be over there, image number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, number 2, you go back up there. So they're all numerically there, and these are going to be the images that I drag into iMovie. Now, if you weren't here in yesterday's class, finding iMovie could be a little bit difficult. So I'll kind of show you guys a really quick way to do that. If you go up to the right-hand corner where the magnifying glass is, it's not a letter Q, it's actually a magnifying. It opens up a window, you type in the word iMovie, and the rest is done for you. Some of you might have two different versions. You might have a silver and purple icon or a black and gold one. Make sure you're using the silver and purple because that's what I'm demonstrating all of my tips and steps on right here. The black and gold will work just the same, but certain things are in different areas. So you know, it might be a little confusing to you guys, but you get the gist. It's not really that difficult. You can go ahead and double click on this. I already have iMovie up, open, and ready to go. And when you get iMovie open, you're going to be greeted to a page that kind of sort of looks like this. Now, we've been using iMovie in my digital multimedia class for a lot of different films that we've been making. So I've got what iMovie calls projects already open. You can see some thumbnails here of things that are in there. You probably won't have anything. You'll have this brand new plus button right here that says create new and nothing else, which is actually very, very easy to figure out what your next step is because you are going to click the create new square, and inside create new you have two different options. You can create a movie or a trailer. Since we're going to be using this to animate our photographs, you're going to want to select the movie button. Now what this will do is it will change your screen to what the layout is of an actual iMovie software program. And if you look up any of these videos on YouTube, you'll notice that a lot of people say the same thing. iMovie is not the best program to use for this, but it can get the job done. And I stand by that. I think they're right when they say that, but for what we're doing, which is a very bare bones, broken down version of an animation, this will work just fine. Now, you'll notice in the preview window right here where my mouse is, it's a big black square because we don't have any type of media ready to go yet. This is where locating your photos, that is the photos that you dragged and dropped onto your desktop, is going to come in incredibly important. I'm going to click and drag and highlight all of those so that I have all of those selected. And in doing that, I am going to then drag them right into the middle where it says import media. And I'm going to drag and drop those right in there so that I can see all 8 of my photographs. Now remember, if you weren't here the past couple of days, you'll notice that I'm referring to this as 8 photographs because we're technically going to copy and paste the first frame as our last frame. So you will have 9 images, but we're basically just going to copy and paste number 1 at the end as well. Now what we need to do is simply drag these in all the way down to what's called our timeline. And you'll notice down at the bottom now, we have each individual photograph in order showing the walking motion. This image right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is going to be the one that we copy and paste at the end. To do this very quickly, all you got to do is hold down the Command key, which is the button right next to the space bar. Press the letter C, and that'll automatically copy it. Then you can move your cursor to the end of the window and press Command V, and it'll pop up right there. If I zoom back out, you'll notice that now I have 9 frames, but something very weird is happening on the screen. If I move my mouse back and forth, my images change, but it looks like the camera is also moving up and down as well. And this is something that iMovie does automatically when you drag and drop a photograph in there, and it's kind of annoying. So I want to show you guys how to turn this off so that all you have is your image standing still in one spot. What you're going to need to do is select all of these images together because it's the easiest way to get it all turned off at once. To do that, you can hold down the Shift key and click on each image, and you'll know you're selecting these because they'll all be yellow. Oh, sorry about that. Zoom in again. Hold down the Shift key. Oh my goodness, easier said than done. There we go. Third time's a charm, huh? Zoom out, Shift, and I'm going to select so that each one of these images has a yellow highlight around it. Now, I'm going to move up to the top of my preview screen, and you'll notice that one of the icons, the cropping icon, is already highlighted in blue. That's because there's an effect happening on our photos that we never really allowed it to do. And to alter this or to change this, you're going to click on this button right here. Now, this is kind of confusing, but basically what it's showing you is that there's some sort of effect called Ken Burns running on each one of our photos. And to kind of give you a summary as to what the Ken Burns effect is, it will zoom in on an area of your photo and then pan the camera up or down or in whatever direction you want the camera to go in. This doesn't work for stop motion or regular animation because we need our photographs to stay still. So all we're going to do is come over here and click on the Fit button, and you'll notice now when we move our mouse all the way through, all the photographs stay still. So every one of the photographs now is staying still. It's just changing through our animation. Now, the only other thing that I need you guys to do today, because I think stepwise here, I have a feeling you guys are going to have to rewind a couple of times, is you're going to have to go in and actually set these photographs to play at a shorter time than the 4 seconds that it's automatically set to play at. Having one of these photographs up for 4 seconds is going to make our animation not only take forever to watch, but it's going to be really boring because each image is going to be on the screen for 4 seconds. So it's a very easy, very simple way to do that. We're going to hold down the Shift button key again to select each one of these images. This time we are going to go up to, we are going to go up to the little I key right here. Click Information. And on this information, there's a little box that pops down on the right-hand side that shows us the time that each one of these photos are going to be on there for. Right now, what I'd like you guys to set your animation to is period 1. So 1/10 of a second. This means that your animation is actually going to be super, super fast, but that's kind of what we want here. So set your animation to be 0.1. I'll zoom out here to show you guys what this looks like. And as it plays, oh, no, it went back. I'm sorry, I don't know why it automatically went back. Oh, I know, I didn't press enter. So I'm going to select these all again. Set this again to 0.5. Enter. You may notice that down there on the bottom your previews get a little bit smaller, and now I can play this. And the animation actually runs a little bit smoother. Now, when I return to tomorrow's class, I'm going to show you guys exactly how you want to go about looping this animation so that it looks like the person walks continuously. And then Friday's class, we're going to talk about having this person get to the end and then turn around. It's actually not as hard as you might think it is. You don't have to worry about files saving anything here because the nice thing with iMovie, when you click the back arrow on the projects, it'll automatically make a file for you. You could call this something like Walking Man. but it'll automatically be there in your iMovie to begin with. Now I will say this is only going to be on the computer that you're working with, so it's very, very important that Thursday, on the day that I return, you guys are using the exact same laptops, exact same machines, because if you aren't, you're gonna have to do all these steps over again, and there's no way that I can give you guys this file because there are no files technically to give you. This is just a project inside of iMovie. So I'm gonna sign this video off right now. Wish you guys good luck, and I will see you when I return Thursday. I'm sure you guys will have some questions and I'll be able to answer them then. See you guys Thursday.